What is up, everybody? We're about to have our dreams casted. We got Sonic Adventure here. My name is WitherMin, and I'm here with my wonderful crew of Katie and Brandino. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Katie4. I'm a bit of a Sonic adventurer. I've been around once or twice.
I'm Brandino. I run a lot of Sonic games. I've run a different version of this in the past, but I'm very excited because the Dreamcast version is completely different, and y'all ain't ready for how different.
Indeed.
All right, time's going to begin when we say down. 3, 2, 1, let's get down. So we got a lot to talk about really quickly. We're going to go straight into Chaos Zero. If you've never seen Sonic Adventure before, it's a very likely you haven't, because, pretty uncommon speed game. There's a lot to talk about. Would you all like to explain what's going on as I'm taking on Chaos Zero?
Real quickly, Chaos Zero is the first boss fight. We're just standing in specific places to manipulate his AI such that he'll do the fastest option available.
And already we've done with Chaos Zero. Something you might notice in this version compared to the other version, that the lighting and the textures and the models are also different if you're used to seeing Sonic Adventure DX or some of the HD ports that have been around. This is the original version of the game. And as such, a lot of this stuff kind of changed or got lost in a lot of the subsequent remakes. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you probably haven't seen exclusive to this version. And one of those things is these cutscenes.
Yeah, you may be wondering, oh, we're sitting through a cutscene right now. Did they just forget the start button exists? No. You can't skip them by normal means. But by normal means is absolutely the big asterisk there, because the routing that's required to skip cutscenes in this game is bonkers. We're going to be showing you every little bit of what the Dreamcast can do as a console and how far Sonic Adventure can be pushed by skipping these cutscenes. These first two, we're going to be able to watch in their full glory, and that includes getting to see some of these amazing animations from 1998.
Yeah, Sonic makes the best face ever in this cutscene. And so does Tails, for that matter. All right, you're right here, you got to watch.
It's so beautiful.
Beautiful acting.
I don't think Pixar could have made something that beautiful.
Yeah, all of these cutscenes are actually in-game, in-engine. It's pretty neat. They got a neat system for it.
And with that, we're heading into our first level, Emerald Coast.
So the main form of Sonic movement is Wither is going to be repeatedly spin dashing. We call that task spin dash training. Basically, by repeatedly training spin dashes, we can quickly gain top speed really quickly. As well as that, oh, that's a nice island hop, by the way.
Very nice. That's hard to do because we have auto cam. Oh, wait for it.
And we're doing the little whale skip. So we do a little damage boost by jump canceling at a specific spot and damaging ourselves to skip that whole section.
And that's all of Act 1 of Emerald Coast. We're heading into Act 2. So something to point out here, and something that you need to keep in mind, is that Sonic can kind of run on walls in this game, but very specifically sloped walls, and only at certain speeds, meaning that your angle and position is maintained by how fast you're moving. So it's pretty tricky. You have to maintain your speed if you want to maintain skew. Mm-hmm. And Wither just did a little out of bounds skip right there. That is way harder on Dreamcast because of the water textures. It's way harder to land out of bounds, so made it look easy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that is going to be Emerald Coast.
That was very clean.
Very, very solid. Speaking of those water textures, you can actually make that slightly easier on yourself by dying. If you die in Act 2, the water level goes down and shows you the edges. Almost like it's giving you pity for missing it the first time.
So we're going to do a little cutscene skip here. This is the first of 2 cutscenes in the game that can be skipped by soft resetting. If you hold all 4 face buttons and press the start button, it soft resets to the title screen. Super convenient for lots of reasons. But yeah, soft resetting skips that cutscene.
Yeah, so now we're going to be going off to Egg Hornet. I'm just kidding. I'm actually not doing that. I'm going to be going off to Sonic's Casinopolis by doing a super hard clip here and then a super easy clip to go straight through the door.
Yeah.
All right. If you're used to Casinopolis in Sonic Adventure DX, this is actually a very different variation, and that's because normally we would do a trick where you go under the vault and then spin dash upwards, and the level's already over.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah, 20 and 10 seconds flat. Because whenever you grab a Chaos Emerald, you have 10 seconds added to the timer.
To explain that a little bit, that's actually a different variation of that skip that happens on Dreamcast, and that's because there's like a little invisible wall that's at the bottom of the vault that would stop us from doing our normal strat. But we can actually go above it, and it works great. And that's utilizing something called spin dash hovers.
We have a little VMU shuffle going on. We'll touch on that in a sec. We have a cutscene skip. Now, there's not, outside of the other cutscene, we have to do a particular death strat in order to skip following cutscenes. Whenever you activate a cutscene and die, which you can do by hitting a kill plane before a cutscene is triggered, or going into one as a cutscene starts, the death takes priority. And once you spawn back in from that death, the game will immediately put you into where you were supposed to go after the fact. Every cutscene skip kind of works in that way, and it's super nice. It's super convenient.
And funny to mention that the same style of cutscene skips exist in Sonic Frontiers, and they were found around the same time. So Sonic's latest 3D offering and his earliest 3D offering both have the same style of cutscene skip where you die to kind of like move the triggers forward.
Always running through generations.
So you may be wondering, what exactly was I doing with my controller there, moving VMUs around and stuff? That seems really weird. Why would someone be doing that in the middle of a speedrun? It's because I'm going to go back to Casinopolis because I liked it so much.
Oh, time to gamble already? Yippee!
Yeah.
We love gambling, right?
And we also love raising money for charity. We are $1,500, a little bit less, from $200,000. Let's hit it during this run while Wither flies through this Sonic story.
We're still doing some setup here. This is all very Dreamcast specific stuff, which I think is very funny.
So what I just did there is I went into Sonic's Casinopolis from that original save file that we moved. I swapped my VMUs because the game will always save to the same place. That means that original save file we created when we made a new run got duplicated, and I'm able to use that original save file to start skipping cutscenes in this brand new save file we've made. So we've essentially played the game twice. And that second save file is going to be used to spawn us into a kill plane and skip a couple cutscenes in the Mystic Ruins.
Super nice. You can actually grab objects in the Dreamcast version with the Y button. They removed it in DX for some reason. I don't know why.
That's wild. I did not know this. I have like 2,000 hours in this game.
So this is a bit of a funny difference here. Normally in Windy Valley and SADX, we take a different route by clipping through a wall into Gamma's section, but we can't do that on Dreamcast. So instead, we just take an alternate path so that Sonic goes up the Wind Road, and it's not even that much slower.
Yeah, Wither has done a phenomenal job like optimizing that section. Neat little thing there, if you spin dash jump onto a jump pad, you stay in ball form. So if you just fall off the jump pad, you can use your homing attack immediately after falling off, which allows you to homing attack a spring.
All right, big skip coming up here, and this is much more difficult on Dreamcast, so let's watch it go. It's not over. All right. We passed the kill plane. We still need to make it to the island, but what happened there is that Wither did a skewed spin dash off of a floating island. And like I said before, we maintain our skew because we're moving so fast out of that spin dash, and we can use this angle to fly all the way to the end of a level after we get around a kill plane. So now we're just waiting for the level to load in so we can land.
And there it is.
Flying through the air like a meteor.
And I want to point out the bid war. We got the Pride shoes that won. Thank you all for that so much. And that also makes Sonic's jump ball a little pride ball. So we got to see our gay little gumball fly through the sky.
Gay little gumball is awesome, dude.
Towards the Chaos Emerald.
It does kind of look like a gumball.
Thank God.
Yes, thank you all so much for raising $356 for that bid war.
So a fun little side effect of doing Casinopolis early is that everything we're doing right now is essentially useless. We're going to be doing a bunch of homeworld movement to reach some story flags, and the game's going to remember that we beat Casinopolis and then play a cutscene for us. So while we grab the Lightspeed shoes, we've actually got some time to throw to donations.
Amazing. Thank you so much to the Sound Defense for $100. Woo! Good luck, WitherMin. The whole Sacer community is cheering for you. Show that giant talking egg what's what. $10 from Champo. Let's go Sonic Adventure. Let's go Dreamcast. And let's go PCF. Woo! Sorry that I couldn't be there with you all at AGDQ this time, but once I'm back on my feet, we'll make more memories together than ever before. Much love to Wither, Katie, Brandino, and the entire Sonic community. Less than 3. And with these donations, keep them coming. We are $1,000 away from $200,000.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We are so close, chat. And when you're donating, make sure to also apply them to some of our amazing incentives. Up next, we have Pokemon Legends ZA. Amazing run by Hypnotic. The Rogue Mega Dragonite battle needs $13,000 in order to be met. So let's get the ball rolling, just like Sonic's rolling around the casino a lot weirdly as I look over to my left.
Yeah, get used to that casino. We'll be there a few times.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, we'll be using Casinopolis quite a few times throughout the run. Every time we visit the Mystic Ruins, there's a cutscene, which, if you played the game, is a lot. We're able to utilize Casinopolis to skip some cutscenes. So that's the power of the 2 VMU route.
Also, Dreamcast gets Cream Skip for free because there is no Cream the Rabbit to skip.
Yeah, she didn't exist yet. It's funny to think that this game came out in the same year as Ocarina of Time. Really makes you think. Like, this game is old. This game is
98.
old.
This game was only 2 years after 3D Blast, which was also scored by Jun Sonoe, and you can actually hear some of the 3D Blast music got remastered and reused in this game, and it's some of the best music. I love it.
Straight heat.
Absolutely.
Who else loves Jun Sonoe? Yeah, that's how you know.
And that's a great segue. We want to ask if we could get a donation train. Tell us your favorite Sonic vocal tracks. I know we all have different favorites. There's so many out there, so...
All of the Frontiers ones are really good. Get that ball rolling as we go to 200,000 on day 2.
Yeah, talking about favorite vocal tracks, as I'm walking here with the Ice Key, my favorite vocal track in the series is actually 3-7 All Reality, which is going to throw some eyebrows up because most people do not give enough credit to the cyberspace themes. I love the cyberspace
They're really
music.
good.
Cyberspace 1-2 is one of my favorite songs they've ever made for a Sonic game.
I'm a simple gal with simple taste. What I'm made of. That's a banger.
Shout out to Sonic Heroes.
So,
Let us know in your donations what your favorite is.
this game has a little bit of a reputation because of its remasters for being paper thin with its walls. I would say Sonic Adventure is one of the most polished 3D platformers I've ever played, despite what's going to happen to it, unfortunately. This game is so hard to clip in, though. All the clips in this game are unbelievably difficult or super precise. Like, everything is like 1 unit big, microscopic, or just gives you so much hassle. This game does not want to let you clip, but...
And we can't just clip through walls. We mostly want to clip through corners because they're weaker than walls, and Sonic Speed allows us. And so that's a good example of a corner clip right there. This lets us do ice cap skip like you might see in Sadex, but from a different angle. It's kind of all the same, though, because we're just going to be falling all the way to the end of the level from here. Do not make downhill Sonic stages if you don't want us to fall to the goal.
We will find a way. It doesn't matter what game it is. It doesn't matter what era it's in. We've got downhill shenanigans in the classic series, the adventure series, the modern series. We will find a way to cross the biggest downhills.
As long as you can get around the kill planes, you got it.
Nice.
And then, yeah, that clip I did, just to explain, that corner clip, despite it being, a corner, is still extremely well put together. The hole that I clipped through is exactly 1 unit big, so you have to be unbelievably precise to clip through there.
I just finished mission mode, so I'm thinking about mission 53 again, seeing this part of the level.
Traumatizing. Brandino, please be careful.
I just finished my first ever 130 in all trophies of Sonic Adventure DX, and that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do was mission 53.
Thank God this game doesn't have those.
Oh my God, yeah. It still has Chow, though.
I want to give a shout out to Broby, the California Raisin in the crowd, for finding this trick. This trick is called Raisin Launch in his honor.
And we just skipped the cutscene, just like that.
Can we get some? Oh, no's. That's the crowd.
Because it's in Japanese, instead of oh no, he goes, "Ah!"
Doing another little SRE here. We could fit in a few donations.
Awesome. Thank you so much to K the Kitsune, $50, simply saying, gotta go fast. $50 from Emma Z. Always gotta donate fast when the Sonic block starts. Absolutely true. Get those donations in gdq.gg/donate. $800 until we get 200,000. $100 from Ebon. Gotta go fast. $100 from Tyson. Oh yeah, this is happening. Excited to see one of my favorite childhood games get crushed on stream. I'm making this donation in honor of my grandmother who passed away from cancer last year. Remember, folks, open your heart. It's gonna be all right. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'm so sorry for your loss, but Prevent Cancer Foundation is really making a difference, and you are too. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, everybody, for donating. It's a great cause. I'm very glad and honored to be here for raising money for the cause with my favorite game of all time. I appreciate everybody being here and supporting it as well.
Can we get some love for WitherMin? One of the best people I've met from the Sonic community.
One of the
none.
one of the biggest Dreamcast reps I've ever met, much in the same way I consider myself a rep for the 3DS. WitherMin has been doing nothing but playing this game for years on end, doing everything possible to bring this game into the modern era, find new things.
And this is what I get. and this is what I get in return.
So these are blue balls that Chaos creates that actually waste time. So yay. That's just a bad RNG roll.
Yeah, they're in Sonic's Chaos 4. That can happen twice, and it loses 8 seconds each time. So hopefully it doesn't happen again.
We have some time for another quick donation.
Yes.
$25 from Allegro SRC. I am so glad to see the original form Sonic Adventure finally make the GDQ main stage. And with Wither at the helm for this, good luck, Wither. I wish I were there to cheer you on and be with the rest of the Sonic crew this time around. Shoutouts to Katie and Brandino on the couch as well. Thank you so much, Allegro.
We love you, Allegro.
We love you, Allegro.
One of the big goats, Allegro, plays Big Story more than most people should ever play Big Story.
Yeah, Allegro's the only member from the GDQ cranking crew from last year that couldn't make it from the Sega Marine Fishing run.
Yeah, shout out to Sega Marine Fishing if you saw that run. We were all there for it.
I can't wait for the fishing reunion in like 10 years.
Frank went out for our boy Allegro tonight just because he couldn't be here.
Yeah, I got to get some fish.
All right, we have $50 from Nadia. WitherMin, it is a pleasure to be able to meet you for the first time. You are going to rock it on stage and with one of the coolest runs of all time. Keep that passion you have as you blast through with Sonic speed. Good luck, Capu.
Capu.
Shoutouts to Capu.
Shoutouts to Capu.
Yeah, we have an emote in the Sonic community that's just a little ghost with a :3 face, and it's the most popular thing of all time.
Sorry, that cutscene's too HD.
Anyone else wanting to be a high realism render from the 2000s?
I wish I was a realistic render from the 2000s.
So I know this is like a joke for most marathons, but we're coming up on Sky Chase, which I think is probably the hardest split in the run. There is a cutscene skip that I have to do before Sky Chase 1 that is obnoxiously difficult. I can hear Underground SR yelling at me already saying, just do the consistent setup, but it doesn't work, it's fake, and anyone that's ever hit it before is a liar. So I'm gonna be doing this the only setup that works, which means that we're gonna be pulling teeth here.
This, we're going to the Land of Wonder.
Hey, speaking of Land of Wonder, we are at $200,000 raised for the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Go.
We just got a $40,000 donation from Anonymous. Congrats on getting Sonic Adventure in, WitherMin. This is my debt replayed for the years and years of entertainment GDQ has given and the impact it's had on the speedrunning community. GDQ hype! Woo! $40,000 is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Anonymous.
And that was the power-up that I needed to hit Disney Fast Pass.
That is Disney Fast Pass.
Cutscene skip.
Talk about the Land of Wonder.
So that cutscene skip requires a level of precision to do the way that I did it that it might as well be random. There is a wall that only spawns when you try to do that trick in particular. It is literally there to prevent you from doing it. You have to go at a specific angle that sends you straight through it. and then you have to be at there's 2 places you can clip through. If you manage to clip through it, that doesn't guarantee you've won, because there's another hole that doesn't let Sonic fall far enough into the kill plane. So you can clip through it and still fail. So the fact that the cutscene skipped means that everything went perfect, and I am so grateful. That cutscene
We were nervous.
is rough. That's
Yeah.
a super rough one. But yeah, this is a super complicated game. There's a lot that we haven't had a chance to explain yet, so we're going to fire off some jargon real quick. This is a good time for it. If y'all want to explain like spin dash hovering and whatnot before we get into the mid-game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So an important thing to keep in mind in this game is hover frames. When you hold the A button, Sonic will jump in the air and he'll stay in the air for like a period of time while this kind of invisible timer goes off saying that he needs to stay in the air and eventually he needs to land. That's called hovering. Now you can abuse hover frames in some very interesting ways when combined with a spin dash. So like whenever you saw us do Windy Valley Skip, that's somewhat similar to what you might see in a spin dash hover, but not exactly, in that we want to go off of a ledge while holding the A button. And then that'll give us those hover frames from the jump, and Sonic will essentially be able to move faster and higher for a short period of time. And that gets us over some walls and into places that we shouldn't be. And you'll see a lot of that in the later half of the run. Spin dash hovers make up such an important part of Sonic's movement. The spin dash itself is much more powerful in this version as well. It goes farther and is faster.
Yeah. You might have also seen us doing a bunch of spin dash jumps. Spin dash jumping allows you to carry a huge chunk of speed across a great distance, which also allows us to do little skew jumps out of bounds, which you'll be seeing later. Another thing is the camera. This game, you may remember Sadix has 2 cameras, auto cam and free cam. SA1 does not have that. SA1 has kind of just one auto cam. They actually changed the camera inner workings significantly between the Japanese release, which Wither is playing on, and the US release.
Yeah, you may have been asking the whole time, why is he in Japanese? I know Sonic is an English game. What's going on here? For some reason, when they brought the game to the States and when they were working on the international release, they just thought it'd be fun to take a little side project and rewrite half the game. So the US release of the game has a pretty different collision handling system, and that also required them to rework the entire camera. And that led to what Sadix currently has as AutoCam as its main thing. The Japanese camera is completely different. You have way more control over it, and there's way less triggers that make you flip around and whatnot. There's still one pretty devious one in Red Mountain, but for the most part, you have way more control of the camera, and that leads to some pretty high-level strategies. As you've also probably noticed, this game can get a little laggy. That's because it's on a console from 1998, and it's a pretty good-looking game for what it is. So with so much manual camera control, that allows us to do a lot of lag reduction strats. So we're going to be pointing the camera away from some of the most like explosive and particle-filled parts of the world.
That's
dear.
awesome.
Intentional.
Neat little thing you can do with the camera as well is if you hold L and R, you can kind of lock the camera at a certain angle, which you'll be seeing used throughout the rest of the run, just in various spots.
And there's only 2 cutscenes in the entire game you can skip by just soft resetting, and it's unlocking Amy and unlocking Tails. You may be thinking, oh, so if you unlock a character, you can soft reset. No, just those 2. No one really knows why. We've deep dived into this game and found out a lot about it, and some rules still don't make a lot of sense. Like, no one really knows how that clip works either.
And we just did another cutscene skip there by falling into a kill plane, and now we're in Twinkle Park, which is a pretty difficult level and relatively RNG heavy. So what's the real... What?
Every time this game is in a marathon, some new clip just happens.
Okay, I haven't seen that. What? Just a what?
We're having a lot
Okay,
of fun
playing
here.
bouncy cars. Okay, whatever.
And
And we're being chased. Hello?
yeah, we got a little buddy. He's going to do the trick with us. He got stuck.
Okay, so
the little buddy game it.
these ring capsules are random and they speed up our cart, and we need a certain amount of speed in order to make this. So, yay, we made it.
That was nice. Yeah, they in the original Dreamcast version, they don't have the kill planes there. In Sadix, it's a lot more of a nightmare. We don't have to get into that.
In SADX, Twinkle Park is probably like one of the worst Sonic stages.
But
In this game, Sonic Adventure, it's not so bad. There's quite a lot you can do, but even still, driving the car is hard. If the car goes too fast, which it will if you're doing anything relevant, the speed for the car goes into negative values, which means you have to start holding left to drive to the right, which sucks. Also,
Oh, no.
I'm not making that, unfortunately. So we're going to take a little trip on the roller coaster for fun.
Whee! So what we wanted to do there is that there's a trick called roller coaster skip, where by jumping into the loading zone and then as soon as you load in, homing attacking, you'll jump over the trigger that puts you into the roller coaster. It's a really cool trick, but it can be kind of finicky, especially in a case where like you fall there. But luckily we have an easy backup because we're about to finish the stage anyway.
Yeah, that backup is nasty. I actually really love doing that backup because you have to time a spin dash right as soon as you hit the dash pad. I backed that up super sick. I really like the back half of Twinkle Park.
Yeah, Twinkle Park has some really cool movement. Just a very difficult stage to get down, especially with the RNG in the first half.
Yeah, the karting's hard. It's a weird mini game to throw at you, like right in the middle of the game, and then you get a pretty tough stage in the back half. But with enough practice, Twinkle Park starts to go down pretty easy.
Can I sneak in a quick community donation?
Yes.
You have so much love coming in for you, Wither.
I appreciate
$25 from Alice Stellar. Go Hope Go! We're all cheering for you. Surely we hit 200K this run, right? Right? We sure did,
We
Stellar.
sure
Thank
did.
you so
Yay.
much for the 25. Time for one more.
Yeah, we got time for one more.
We had $20 from Argic. Hi, Argic. I felt my back go when you mentioned the year this came out.
Sorry.
Fantastic game, phenomenal run, and my favorite vocal track, The Wicked Wild. You're all smashing it. Absolutely fantastic. We have a lot of people talking about vocal tracks, but Speed Highway is hard.
Yes, so that spin dash hovering we were talking about is a great example right there. That is a spin dash hover off the top of a building, which takes you, like, you skip so much of this level, you don't even kind of realize it, but, like, this level is huge, and we don't see, like, any of it. We're already taking us into the rocket for Act 2.
I'm sick. So I pressed the A button to jump off the rocket a little bit early there. If you mess that up, you die instantly. But if you don't mess it up, you save like a negligible amount of time that doesn't matter. So I win.
My favorite.
That's value, baby.
And we grab some speed shoes just a little bit faster here going down.
Yeah, grabbing the speed shoes is great. It puts you at this really nice lineup too, to where you don't hit any of the stuff on the way down.
You're just going so fast that those barricades don't mean anything.
We're going to be doing a neat little couple spin dash jumps to clip through the ceiling here, which is kind of nice and rad and awesome.
Then another quick spin dash hover, and then ending it out on the capsule.
That
Very
really
nice.
was a speed highway.
And we are coming up to one of my favorite tricks of the run. We only get one attempt at it, unfortunately, but if I hit it, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a trick called Bricked Up. It's called Bricked Up because there's bricks and you hold up, and it saves us a pretty fun amount of time. So we're going to go for it.
Really tricky jump here.
Yep.
Says the bricks, and you hold up.
That was some up.
Hit the bricks. Get out of here.
I make it look easy,
You sure
but
do.
landing on that piece of geometry out of bounds is actually like mad hard. Shouts to Axel Thunder for finding that setup. It is still way more consistent than what we used to do, which is just cry.
Yo, Wither is so good at this game. Can we get some hype in this room? I know y'all are loving this one.
Let's go. We're doing another SRE here. We can fit in a couple donations.
Awesome. Thank you so much. $5 from Tempest Mask, 1,000. WitherMin, I am so happy you brought Dreamcast Adventure from PAX to the main GDQ stage.
Yeah.
Best of luck from a future runner of the OG. Hope your controller Chow is enjoying the run too. Is your Chow buddy on your VMU happy?
Yeah, he was currently popping off as I looked out, which is awesome.
We also have $25 from Goob is Gabe. I love gambling!
Gabe.
But what I also love
go,
are the
Gabe.
homies doing what they do best and bringing such joy and enjoyment to the world. Wish I could be there screaming in person. I know I'd hear him. But I'm sharing all the hype I can muster for you guys. Keep being great, y'all both. And Thank you all so much, Twitch chat, for your donations. I will remind you all that we have a Pokemon incentive coming up for Legends ZA later, our Rogue Mega Dragonite battle. So please do assign the incentives when you donate at gdq.gg/donate.
We're coming up on Red Mountain here, which is one of those stages we were talking about earlier. This is a much harder stage on Dreamcast, and it's entirely due to the fact that we cannot turn off the auto cam. So there's a lot of very ugly camera angles we're going to have to deal with.
And fun fact about this game, we're talking about hover frames and whatnot. You know how this game is laggy? A fun little factoid about this game that doesn't exist anywhere else is that if every single time the game drops a frame visually, it just takes a hover frame away from you. So that means that the very first trick in this level, which is a spin dash hover off of a set of laggy rocks, yeah, I hope your camera's good. Otherwise, we're just gonna be seeing it again.
You just gotta play perfectly, no problem.
This is where those skewed spin dashes really matter. We can gain so much height by having Sonic nearly 90 degrees just standing on these slopes.
We do a little spin dash hover. Nice.
If you just play perfectly, there's no problems.
Let's go!
The hardest part of this stage is coming up soon, and I definitely want to make sure that we're locked in for it. Wither is going to be doing a spin dash jump towards the end of the level, and it has a literal 90-degree camera flip. We're going to be looking behind ourselves, and here it comes.
Resident Evil camera jump scare.
So if you think there's any leniency on that, there literally isn't. I have one frame to flip my camera, or flip my analog stick all the way around.
We can kind of stand on this little platform and tilt it just enough to spin dash jump on these set of rocks and basically skip this whole act.
There we go.
And these little fires have no hitbox on like the extreme of their thing, so we can just hit them at like the left and the right and not get hit at all.
Yeah, Red Mountain's a scary stage. I'm glad to be out of it.
Woo! Yeah, that was nice. I always forget Sonic looks at the animals.
Yeah, his head tracks the animals. And, I mean, Red Mountain is such a doozy that typically by the time we come out of here, there's a bird spinning around Sonic's head, but we didn't get lucky. There's no bird for him. There's a gorilla, though.
Some elephants, too. Those are great for increasing your Chow's power.
Yeah, we got some time for some donations.
Perfect, just about to ask. We are coming up to 50 minutes in this run, 20 minutes away. And I have a challenge to get us to that Mega Dragonite battle. We all talk about our favorite Pokemons, but let's shine some light on the people on stage. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all of these Sonic characters, what are their favorite Pokemons? $5 train starting at 50 minutes in this run. I think Sonic really, really likes Mudkip. I don't know much about Pokemon. That's just the one guy I was really obsessed with as a kid. We also had $50 from Slowest Poke. Hello, AGDQ. I like the Pokemon Slowpoke, so whatever starter it will be, I want it to be named Slowpoke. Greetings from Germany. $158 from Mocha. Thank you so much for that generosity. Pokedex donation train, donating for my favorite Pokemon, Totodile. That is also a very Sonic-coded pick.
It is.
I could see Totodile as like a Knuckles pick.
That's also pretty gas, I won't lie. $5 from Mug. Needed to put Tepig on the map. Looking forward to Legends ZA. Another good Knuckles pick. I think that big boar guy, whatever his name is, Imbor, would be fantastic with Knuckles. Get those donations in for that $5 train for the Mega Dragonite battle. Make sure to assign it to that incentive. You have until the end of that Pokemon run, so you only have an hour or two left. That is at $12,000 and $323. Wait, don't worry about it. Left on our incentive. So please keep the donations coming. We also have some amazing love from the community. Seriously, I have looked at so many donations and all of them are like, Wither, you're awesome. Including this $5 donation from Hib. Knock, knock,
Hibby.
You know the rest. Much love, gamers, and thank you, Wither, for taking this specific gay gumball to the masses. A far cry from shared leaderboards.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hypnotics.
Around the bloke.
Aroundthebloke.uk. Sonic Adventures had quite the transformative journey. I mean, as you've seen here, Sonic Adventures got a lot of its own unique tricks up its sleeve. It's a It's a very daunting and difficult run, but even still, I think it's very inviting, I would say, at this point. It's a great first speed game if you've got a Dreamcast laying around. I know it's a very niche set of people, but if you happen to be one of the people that wants to get into speedrunning and has a Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure has been such a supportive community for me, one that I've been there from the ground, kind of from the ground. I wasn't one of the earliest people in. That honor has to go to Icky and Broby, who, without the two of them playing this game, I would not be here on stage today. Their runs inspired me at a pretty low point that I really needed a push for. So I would love a round of applause for Broby, who's in the crowd. I love that dude to death, and I'm super glad he's around.
I've seen Wither's journey with this game. It is seriously inspiring. Wither, I am so happy that you're here showcasing this amazing game for everyone at home. Keep those donations incoming for WitherMin. We also had $50 from Pasicon Deacon. Hi, WitherMin. I remember our chat at the end of MagFest where I learned fascinating things about Sonic Adventure's Japanese version. This game was a childhood gift from my grandfather who recently passed away from leukemia, and I'll keep playing it in his memory. Awesome run so far. Keep up the Dreamcast love, and let's fight cancer. Very touching donation. Thank you so much. Wither obviously has had a great impact on the speedrunning community, and it is so touching that we can see it here in your donations. Seriously. Thank you all so much for raising so much money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We are almost to $250,000. I didn't think I would say that during this run. Ridiculous stuff. Your donations are making the biggest difference with PCF.
I appreciate all the support so much from both me and for raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. It's an amazing organization that, again, I'm very honored to be here to represent and raise some money for. So we are now reaching, Sonic Story can be broken into thirds. We're reaching the final third of the game where we're going to be getting some of the most brutal stages. Up until this point, I would say a lot of the most challenging stuff in the run is the hub world cutscene skips and all of the really difficult routing that requires. But the gloves are off and the gimmicks are finished. At this point forward, we've got one more cutscene skip we're about to do, and then it is just raw gameplay from this point forward.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Katie, that impression was so good. Hello. I jumped out of my seat a little bit.
Oh, shout outs to Ethmar, who told me to hold the A button there, and you're right.
True.
That's kind of the impact that any individual person can have on speedrunning, though. While we're doing a little bit more cutscene preamble before getting into my most difficult stage in the run, anybody at any skill level can make an adjustment that ends up impacting the world record in such a dramatic way for any game. Like, every single person that's ever touched Sonic Adventure has transformed this run in some way. And I'm really... There's no other word for it besides honored to be the person up here on stage representing everyone's hard work. So many of these cutscene skips were found by Squeefy, Broby, Underground, refined by Axel Thunder, and every other member of the community that's given this game a whirl. Everyone has done something to impact it in a major way. Even must include 3-25, who hasn't played the game at this point in over a year, but I'm still swearing his name every time I'd have to do Disney Fast Pass.
And here we are in Skydeck. This is a tough stage with a lot of tricky movement and a lot of things that can go wrong. First and foremost, you're really going to see spin dash jumps all over this stage. It's such a powerful form of movement, and this is a really cool slope jump right here.
Yeah. And then we're going to catch this little side path to get this rocket.
Camera flip.
Yeah.
And look at that Dreamcast crunchiness.
We got to do this fairly quickly to catch this cycle here to avoid the spike ball.
Yahoo!
And then we're just going to spin dash along the side here to spin dash through those enemies. And then we got to do another spin dash over here to make it all the way to the end of Act 1.
There we go.
Fun little thing here. If you hold just the right angle into the wall as your spin dasher, you can clip through those barricades. That's a Dreamcast exclusive. Yippee! Yippee! Here, we're going to try and catch this rocket here as fast as we can. to
Nice.
break it. And then we're going to do a spin dash jump. In the Dreamcast version, you can do a spin dash jump and carry that height gain and speed into the act transition. So we don't even need to do what we call the task strat in SATX, which is you time a spin dash frame perfectly.
Yeah. The lag there's super rough, but we got through it.
That's a difficult stage.
That ending jump there, where you have to hit the capsule from like from the slope, that has a chance of soft locking if you hit the capsule in just the wrong way. So it's a very scary strat to go for, but Wither made it look simple.
Yeah, I want to talk about the frame rate real quick because, you know, we've seen it tank a few times. This game's got 2 frame rates running in tandem. It has a visual frame rate and a logic frame rate. So my visual frame rate can give me an indication of what the game is going to do to my inputs. But what the game is going to do to my inputs is determined by the logic frame rate, which I just kind of have to infer. The logic frame rate typically takes a hit second, but not always. So in stages like Skydeck, you can just be experiencing phantom lag, where the game is dropping inputs, but it just like looks like nothing's wrong. It's super rough, and you know, you're thinking, okay, well, a couple drop frames in a 60 FPS game is fine. If you haven't noticed, this game's not 60. This is a 4x3 game that runs at 34 FPS. So
How specific?
yeah, it's a weird one for sure. But
We
that
are
frame
10 minutes away from our donation train. Chat, I have a challenge for you. If your favorite Sonic character's favorite Pokemon has a favorite Pokemon and the Pokedex entry, give us a donation with that Pokedex number instead of 5. Get us closer to that Rogue Mega Dragonite battle incentive.
We're just waiting to start the fight here with Gamma.
Whether can you hit the robot?
the woo.
It's so good. Hello?
Goodbye, Eggman.
This is kind of like the gay parade if you think about it.
Yeah?
I mean, you got Goth Amy, you got gay Sonic. What's not to love?
What does this imply?
I
about
told you it
this?
was good.
I'm gonna go for a funny frame. So this, let's see, I got it. If you point the analog stick at a specific frame during any cutscene, every playable character will tilt a different direction. So every character that can be playable is gonna be slightly skewed. But yeah, we have a little bit more time for donations as we get into the end game now.
Awesome. We have even more community love. Seriously, there's so much. $10 from Exalor. Billy, good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the
that donation.
Billy GL.
Billy.
We also had $5 from Dashnir. The train headed to the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
We gotta catch that train.
Yes.
This one's gonna be hard for me. We had $100 from Chibi and Knuckles 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 and Knuckles. I think that's 16. Count. Check my math.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for the $100. Maybe the hardest thing I've ever said.
$100 and Knuckles.
$100 and Knuckles. Whoa, genius.
So we're coming up on a little Mario Party minigame here in a second. So we're gonna have Sonic just have a little bit of an episode and talk to himself. But as soon as he's done doing that, there's a clip we're gonna be doing called Captain's Quarters clip, which requires a pretty tight spin dash jump with the camera being weird. And then once we're in position for the clip, Sonic is gonna start spinning like he's atop. That means that for this extremely precise clip that's unbelievably small, I have to also time it with Sonic spinning around like an idiot. Yeah, he's giving me some trouble here. There we go.
It's as simple as that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
If we have time for a quick donation,
We do.
we got $10 from Kimona. WitherMin, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since we went to tournaments together
Yeah,
years
wow.
ago. I'm always so proud to see folks from our local community killing it on the GDQ stage and thriving as pillars of the speedrunning community. You're an absolute mensch, and I'm so glad everyone's getting a chance to see that. Miss you, dude, and a way to demolish Disney Fast Pass. That was
Thank you.
too clean.
Yeah, I'm very stoked to be here, and I'm very glad this run's been going well. This is a very scary game. A lot of things have been going like scarily good so far, which makes me really worried because we've got two notoriously unbelievably difficult stages ahead of us with both Final Egg and Lost World. Up to this point, everything's been kind of going swimmingly, so let's just hope that that stays up.
You got this, Wither. Ain't that right, crowd?
You got.
Thank you, Katie. Real fast, we got $15 from Wonderland682. Wither, I'm so happy that you and this game are getting the attention and recognition they deserve. So proud of you. Chat, we're also 5 minutes away from that donation train. Get the tickets aboard. Thank you all so much. There are so many donations. It's so hard to read them all.
Funny thing about this boss fight is everything seems normal on the first hit, and then you'll notice after I use the, never mind, I got owned. I got owned twice. So, okay, there we go. Anyway, after this first hit, you're gonna notice the camera get a little funky. That's because we have access to the developer camera now. So I'm gonna be using it to zoom out so I can see Eggman, and also because it's really funny. So we're gonna see just how far I can take the camera.
I think you can take it anywhere you
I
want.
can take the camera just about anywhere. Nice little Chaos 6 for the fans. And we get to see more of that boss arena, which is a unique map. That entire egg carrier is only modeled for the Chaos 6 fight, and you never, ever get to see it. You may be wondering, where'd all the cutscene skips go? There would be one for Chaos 6 if it didn't happen to be in an entirely new map. So at least we get to look at it with the development camera.
Yo, Knuckles.
Yo, Knuckles!
That was awesome.
So cool, dude.
Voice line's so sick.
We had $200 from Rush. Gotta go fast.
This is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. Not only do we get Yo Knuckles, we get this awesome action shot where we see Sonic jump off the egg carrier 3 times.
He's so cool. I wish Sonic were real.
And then it amounts to him landing on his face like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't know what his plan was there. He jumped off at an extremely high altitude.
Sonic, no!
Who else doing a little squish and squash?
Chat, for 3 minutes and 20 seconds until our donation train kicks off. Get those donations in. Favorite Sonic characters, favorite Pokemon. We have some pretty good ones up here already. I want to see more.
All right. And we are coming up on the most notorious level, I would say, in Sonic Adventure, that being Lost World. Not for the Nintendo 3DS, not for the Wii U, not even for the PC. We're talking about Lost World Stage 9 for the Dreamcast.
Oh, sorry, I thought this was the 3DS version.
That's okay, you can see yourself out. So this stage is really hard. I know I've said that a few times now, but this is by far, like, community voted.
This is a gauntlet of really difficult skips, really difficult movement, and just very precarious stuff. Kill planes everywhere. And you got things like the fire tunnel coming up, which is like a completely random place where you can lose time. This is absolutely one of the hardest stages in the run. Sonic's run is so difficult towards the end.
It's just brutal. And keep in mind, Sonic is generally like low in the randomness department. It's just they put an entire random flame tunnel there, I guess, just to make fun of
just for
players.
Fun.
Here we're going to be doing some nice little spin dash jumps. Walls are just a suggestion, after all. And we can't do the pause clip that we see in static, so we got to do a just a spin dash jump into the corner there to clip through the door.
All right, we're entering the dark room.
Sonic,
I got
out of there.
Yay!
Clipped to the wrong thing.
This
Very scary pillar.
This mirror room is very scary, especially in the dark.
Let's let that up.
Yeah, if you jump kind of outside the light trigger there, then you can kind of relight the room. It's very weird. There we took advantage of a spin dash cover to do a water slide skip. We skip the water slide, that takes a while. And then we're going to do something very tricky here. So hopefully this goes to plan.
Okay. I got stuck on the invisible wall. I was going to go for a trick called Lull Skip, which is named that way by the wonderful Katie4 because of how just obnoxiously difficult it is at the end of the run. And that was named after the Sadix variant, which actually has like a tiny bit of leniency. In SA1, that trick is even more ridiculous because there's a giant teleporting wall that if you run into while doing the trick, it just sends you back to the boulder room for fun.
But we got on a Lost World unscathed. I think that's something
very
to
nice.
celebrate.
Getting out of Lost World unscathed is definitely super nice. I've been pretty happy with this run. I'm very, very stoked with my performance thus far.
We have got one more major stage in boss coming up after this cutscene. And one of the coolest parts about the Dreamcast run has still yet to be shown, which we'll get to see soon. But yeah, Sonic's gonna reminisce about the past a little bit here while he looks at this wall. I don't know what it means though.
Is it time to reminisce about our favorite Sonic character's favorite Pokemon? Because it is 50 minutes to go.
Yeah, we have time for a couple quick ones.
All right, we have $25 from Calamity Nolan. Sonic's favorite Pokemon is Growlithe. He loves hot dogs. $100 from J2 Phoenix. Gotta get in for the Dragonite fight. Also shout out that Amy Rose would absolutely love Tinkatong. Big ol' hammer girls. $5 from Gauntlet Conundrum. There we go. Amy's favorite Pokemon is Tinkaton. And Tails' would be Buizel, the little weasel guy. I don't know Pokemon. Super excited to see the ZA run later. $10 from Haley. I'm revealing how old I am. Princess Sally is such a 90s character that her favorite Pokemon would probably be from Gen 1. And one of her best friends is a computer, so why not Porygon? Keep them coming, chat.
So are you not able to die here to skip this cutscene?
No, I'm not, but they're dead.
Well, they can skip the cutscene for us then.
Thank goodness. It's really funny that Sega made the big marketing push to include some like Toys to Life characters with Chao in this game, and they also wanted to make sure that you saw them brutally murdered and had their corpses everywhere. This is a really interesting decision to go for their first game. Also, actually talking about Chao killing, so uniquely in
hell
this
of a
game,
segue.
uniquely in this game and in no other game and no remake. In Sonic Adventure, you can beat your Chao to death. You have the ability to lower their HP by attacking them, which means that you can just juggle the child until it perishes. So,
Okay, that's going on the Blue Sky thread about on a context GDQ quotes.
so we actually have a unique category for killing children. So we
All right.
in our CADX page, we have fun ways. It's like we have unique routing for each of the children.
That's awesome. Anyway,
So we have a big skip coming up.
yeah, so here Wither is going to go for a neat little skip that skips the entirety of Final Egg from the first act. It is a Dreamcast exclusive. The developers left remnants of an old level layout in the set data. And with that, there is a capsule. So we're going to be doing a silly hop, which I'll explain in a second. This is very serious.
No worries, no worries. That capsule is really hard to hit. So yeah, we can end the stage immediately by hitting this out of bounds. Also, it's very funny because you have to charge up a crystal ring and then use the other spin dash button to spin dash. Like,
There we go.
It's just
There
that
we
easy.
go.
That is very hard. That is very hard.
Excellent job, WitherMin.
also,
Thank you.
you can die after hitting the capsule.
Yeah,
like,
only-
Sonic can finagle himself right off the ledge.
Only about 2% of that capsule is actually landable. The rest of it kills you instantly for landing on it. You just slide right off it as a practical joke. It's the spin dash jump itself. To maintain your light speed dash while doing a spin dash jump, that's called a silly hop. That itself is a double frame perfect because you have to release and repress the X button within 1 frame, and then you have a 1 frame window to press A to get the jump out before you fly off. So that's 2 frame perfects, and then you've got to do some really complicated gravity management and a hard left to be able to get the homing attack, then get the light speed dash to land in the capsule area. That trick is gnarly. I'd say it's one of the hardest in the entire series. I've definitely seen new runners that are super promising get a little overambitious and throw themselves at Final Egg Capsule, and that trick alone can take people literally over an hour to do for the first time. That trick is nuts. So I'm very glad to have been able to show it off.
We've got one boss left, and that's the legendary Egg Viper. And get a load of this guy.
I have an excellent donation for this. $25 from Keys. Get a load of this.
So the main thing here is if we spin the stick, Eggman cannot defeat the incomprehensible power of spinning around in a circle.
This dude's got an IQ of 300, but does not know how to lead his shots. He did not invent hit scan.
Bro, get on aim labs. Hello?
Bro, this dude is embarrassing himself.
Also, I love the Japanese Eggman laugh in this game. It's one of my favorite voice lines in Sonic.
Since we have a couple of minutes until the end of this run, can I get a quick donation?
Sure.
Yes.
$50 from Victory Cannon. Let's get on WitherMin.
yeah.
Hyped to see Sonic Adventure Dreamcast on the main stage. May Final Egg be kind, which it sure was. And trans rights! Woo!
Hell yeah.
$15 from Good Gortho. This game slaps. I remember being a wee lad playing this on the Dreamcast. I've always wanted to run it, and now I'm more convinced. Good luck,
Yes.
Runner and High Couch.
Let's go, Gortho.
Let's go. It's all about the agenda.
We're
We're trying so hard to get people to cast their dreams.
We're
these
gonna
days.
relaunch the Dreamcast!
Yes.
$28 from Gringe. Thanks for showing me some much-needed love for Sonic Adventure and the Dreamcast. Sega reached for the stars with this one. Good luck on the run, and let's go, Twitch chat. The possibilities are never ending. I also want to give a quick shout out to YouTube chat, who is also loving this run. Both of them amazing. You can go to our YouTube channel to also see all of the VODs from this event.
Meow, meow.
All right, so we are going to be down to our last hit here on Egg Viper. The boss is going to do a little attack, and then when the in-game timer at the top left stops, that will be when the timer ends.
Okay.
Watch out.
So
He's up to something.
I actually do have to dodge this. There's no way to get around it.
In DX, you can kind of just stand at a specific spot, and Eggman just can't do it.
All right, and time is now.
We did it.
Congrats, Wither. Amazing run. Crowd, give it up.
56.
Another day at the office.
Yeah.
It's just that easy.
Clocked in and served.
So the run might be over, but I actually do have one little trick up my sleeve for you. You see, this last cutscene takes place in the Mystic Ruins, so you know what that means. And while I'm doing this, I just want to give a quick shout out real quick to every single person who's played this game. Shouts to Underground, Scrumbular, Must Include, Axel Thunder, Broby, Icky, everybody who's played in the past, everyone who's going to play in the future, and that includes ID Geek, who's going to be playing Super Magnetic Neo, another amazing Dreamcast speedrun at MagFest this year. That's another one you definitely don't want to miss. The Dreamcast speedrunning community is continuing to grow day by day, and that warms my heart as an enthusiast of this console in particular. I love the Dreamcast. I love everyone that's helped me get to this point. This game has developed so much and it's had so many people impacted, and it's impacted my life in such a profound way. And I can never properly express how much I care and how much this is all meant to me. Sonic's taking a train home.
Right to the credits.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Do y'all have anything to say?
Shout outs to the Sacer community, SA1, SA2, Heroes, Shadow, 06. Wonderful group of people, always willing to help new runners out. Join the Discords for the relevant games. We love helping new people. And shout outs to gaming.
Shouts to gaming.
Let's go, gaming.
I just want to shout out to anybody who runs games on a weird console and has to
Yes.
account for that in many different ways. I run games on 3DS, Wither on the Dreamcast. I love anybody who's put in time and effort on a very particular console, and it's so awesome to be here. So thank you so much, Wither. And shout out to the Sonic community. I would not be who I am today without you guys.
Yeah, that sentiment, very much the same for me. I'm blessed and honored to be here. This is an opportunity I really never thought this game would get. This is the game that's been told no by everybody not just it's been such an uphill battle to get this game the spotlight it deserves. Being able to showcase it here and being the one to do it, I'm honored, I'm proud, and I'm done. Have a nice night, everybody. I'm super, super glad that this went as well as it did. Please enjoy the rest of the marathon. So many more great runs coming up. And you'll be seeing me again for the relay, the 70-star relay.
Shout outs to Wither. Woo! Good